takes 10 seconds out of a 60-minute EA Sports Time game, and it's just wasted points, essentially. The other ones, shot blocking. Last year, from my understanding, shot blocking wasn't really that important. I think in the entire season, I had about 60 block shots that they counted, but it was in the hundreds for sure, like maybe 500 block shots if they counted it properly. It only really counted if you're in the animation. So this year it's actually important because what's going to happen is if you're low in shot blocking and you go into the shot block animation, you guys actually going to stay standing up, and he's going to act like a forward at the point, almost just trying to, you know, cover his junk in his face and hopefully get hit. If you have a high shot block, your guy's actually going to go down into the lay down animation where he just throws himself out there and covers a lot more area, and it's actually a lot more effective, so that's really good. I think I missed aggressiveness here, and aggressiveness stays the same as last year. It's pretty much, as far as I know, and I'm not 100% positive, it adds that little bit of emphasis on your checks. And I've seen guys on my team that have had it at 85 and guys that have had it at 60, and they're both hitting the same. So I'm not really sure what's behind it. I'm going to have to research that a little bit, but like I said, it's not my style of game, so I'm not actually too sure. Athleticism is actually really important this year. When I first got my guy completely set up, I did what I did last year, and I threw a bunch into acceleration, a little bit into agility. I got my agility up to about 80, and then I had my speed at 90, I think it was. And it was just unplayable. It wasn't fun, and it was just overall a bad experience. Because when you got 90 in speed and you can't turn, you're basically a straight shooting arrow when it's uncalled for. Yeah, you can maybe get a breakaway here or there, an extra little move, but you'll see here when I go to my center, I've actually taken away from speed, brought it down to an 84, and I threw a ton into agility, and it really makes it so that you're a lot more effective out there. It allows you to really read and react a little better. If you got, let me put it this way, if you're high speed and low agility, you have to make sure that you're making the right play every time because it's so unforgiving. If you're high agility, you can be a read and react type player. And acceleration is better this year, but I'm still not willing to sacrifice the other things for it at this point. 82, I think, is about the same. Balance, I haven't noticed anything yet. Last year, balance was really key because you could get tapped and you'd fall over if your balance was low. This year, so far, it seems pretty stable. Durability, once again, for the 12 games you're going to get injured throughout the entire season, it's not worth it. Not worth it to put points in there, in my opinion. And I believe, well, okay, endurance. Endurance is key this year because we're going to go into something in the next game that I'm really trying to force myself to do, but I haven't been able to do it yet, and that's the glide. The glide this year is key. Getting up to your maximum speed, letting off the gas, and just letting your player glide. Because when you're gliding, your player builds up that energy that you've been using throughout the entire period. So what it's going to let you do then is it's going to let you reach that top speed faster, and it's also going to give you that extra level once you get there. And you'll notice when your guy... Just play one game where you're on the stick the whole time and you're skating at full speed. You'll notice that you're reaching your max speed still, but you're not kicking that extra part, that extra animation that really keeps you going. So endurance is key, but it's all about leveling off the stats right now. I mean, the more points I get, the more that's going into it, but I'm still going to try and keep pushing it through evenly. Strength is the last one, and strength is like the one attribute that really wraps it all together, and I'm really ashamed to say that I don't have any points in it right now, but strength is that one thing that really keys all your attributes together because it increases your speed, it increases your shot power. If you're a center, it helps you win those face-offs. It's not just board play, but board play does help. And for you checkers out there, definitely strength is a key attribute because it's really going to give you that extra push behind your hits. So that's kind of just a brief overview of all the stats that we've looked at, or that I've added to so far this year. I'm still playing around with it. If you do the there is a player builder guide out there, and I want to talk to the owner of NHLguides.net to see if we can get that put up there as well. But there is a couple of free online player builders right now that let you build. It lets you select the card you have, what +5s, +3s, and +1s you have, and then it lets you kind of just fiddle around with all the attributes. And it really helped me in refining my guy into what I wanted him to be. So right now, that's enough of me talking because I'm starting to get sick of my own voice. Can't imagine how you guys feel. Ugh. Try listening to this all the time. This is what I hear in my head. That and about 8 other voices, so it's all good. More beer. Oh. If I haven't said yet, I am from Winnipeg. I don't know if you saw the jersey in the beginning of the show, but that's what I'm trying to represent as much as possible, even though they're breaking my heart this year. It's a real kick in the ass this year. I don't want to toot my own horn, but for the 6 years prior to the NHL coming back to Winnipeg, I always said it was going to happen. And everybody called me an idiot. And they still call me an idiot, but at least I was vindicated in one thing. So that's always a little kind of feather in my cap that I can have there. So, once again, poor humor on my part. Let's just have me shut up and get into another game. And I'm going to be that guy this time, just specifically because we're broadcasting live at the moment, but I'm going to make sure we get center here, because I really want to kind of go over what a proper center should do. And we'll just get this all set up. I am terrible at this. I'm gonna be an asshole. I really hate to do this to people because I complain about me doing or other people doing it to me all the time, but for the sheer fact that we're broadcasting, I do want to make sure that we get center for one game. If you think I'm being an ass, just say you're being an ass in the chat, because it's probably true. Jesus. Okay, so I lied. We're going to try left wing. Just because I don't want this to drag out longer and longer. And is that still good? I swear to God, they're going to quit, and I'm going to lose my mind. Just a little bit more than I already have. So, if they stay in this game, we'll switch it up a little bit, because my left wing, like I said before, my game is poke checks and defense. My left wing's set up for hitting, so we're going to try and do that. See, this is where you really have to get in touch with your defenseman and find out exactly how they play. Because I swear to God, I stress it every time. Use your defense. I can't remember what I set my agility to on this guy, because this is the exact same kind of player type I was talking about that I was complaining for. Was really fast, but poor when it comes to turning. Alright, here we go. Now, one thing you'll see that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help out the defense as much as possible. I shouldn't really be doing that as a winger. I should be playing the points and trying to set things up. But I'm too used to playing center, and that's really a downfall of mine, is I'm too used to just finding the open spots and going from there. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Just down. Yeah, there we go. Now, the cross crease this year is a little difficult because guys will intercept it, but if you see that lane, there's no fault in trying to take it. So if you take it 40 times in a row and they block it every time, that's when there's a bit of an issue. Shoot low, shoot low. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to try and reach top speed, and then I'm just going to glide. And you don't really lose a lot of speed, and it really helps you build up again. And just glide. And hit him after the whistle. Alright. Okay, just got a message from the guy that does run NHLguides.net, and what he's going to do is he's going to toss a link up for that NHL player builder that I was talking about earlier. So definitely go take a look at NHLguides.net, take a look for that link, and use that player builder. It's very helpful. And we're going to be calm, we're going to be cool, we're going to find the blue guy, and we're going to miss the pass. That's how you play this game. That's how hockey's supposed to be played. Oops, I wanted to hit him. Oh, there we go. I think we snuck an assist in there somewhere. Yeah. Dirty, stinky assists. Oh, this guy. And that's why I don't hit, because I get too focused on hitting, and the rest of my game just goes to crap. Alright, standard power play. We're going to play our side. Oh, shoot. We're going to cover for the D and get back into position. I should have went behind the net and at least gave him another option. There's one goal that I really enjoy and if you can set up. And if you get a 2-on-1 and you think you can't get the pass across, shoot for the pads on the far side, and the goalies normally give up a pretty juicy rebound. Something like that you just saw there. Is there's going to be a wide open net if a guy can get a rebound. And we're going to try and cut that off. No. Didn't even call for it. I hate the computer so much.
Penalty to number 21. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty. 17 minutes. 24 seconds.
Ah!